I'll tell you. All right, so so we're reviewing Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? The Netflix live action show.
God, I hope not.
No, I'm fucking with you. I actually finished it. It's fine. It's not terrible.
I'm one episode away from finishing it, and I cannot fucking continue.
I'll say this: it's it's an okay first step. It looks great. I'll say that it looks great.
Just, it's just, man. It's just that, like, I want to finish it and then walk into like a beach and just stare at it and be like, man.
It looks good. Okay, there's two things where they fucked up, and I think I know why they fucked up on both of them, but I still don't like it. The
You'll,
Sokka should have been sexist. I'm sorry. Like he has to learn a lesson.
yeah, should have learned this lesson.
And King Boomy,
Uh,
fuck you. King Boomy was one of my that's one of my favorite scenes in the whole fucking show is when Aang's like, Boomy? That's right, Aang. How are you? And then he teaches them the lesson of like being the Avatar is about responsibility. Now let's go have some fun.
yeah, I don't know. A big one for me is the fact that they split the when they tell Aang's story and Zuko's backstory, and it turned out to be the exact same.
Hmm.
Like I missed that they split that. And also I don't like that they spend too much time explaining. Like I hate that Aang shows up and is like, "But I'm fun. I like to have fun." And it's like, man, if only there was a way for us to see so that we will believe it instead of like just hearing about it. Because that's why people read books, not watch a visual medium. Like,
I'll
okay, go off, King.
I'll also say this, and I want to be clear. I'm not trying to bash anyone, but
Be very careful with your words.
I think it would have helped if they have gotten some actors that were a little bit older that maybe could have played younger.
Oh God.
I'll say that. I think they did great jobs for being kids, but I think if they had just been like, fuck it, we're gonna make Aang fucking 14 or 15. But why? He's younger in the show because we need talent. Like I think that would have helped to improve the show greatly. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Uh, I don't know.
It's not
I don't know.
it's not their fault. They're young. It's just like, yeah, I think they would have benefited from like One Piece being able to use older actors that are more experienced. I think I think this show would have benefited from that.
Well, I don't want to do a review on it if I'm totally honest with you.
That's fine. We're not. We won't.
We could just that will be our thoughts. But
We can
about
talk about Green Lantern.
a show that I do want to talk about.
Oh, a show I fucking love.
Okay, shall we just get into it?
Yep. Chema, hit the intro.
Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema,
Now I'm Eddie.
reviewing Hazbin Hotel, and this is the rollback. In an attempt to find a non-violent alternative for reducing hell's overpopulation, the daughter of Lucifer opens a rehabilitation hotel that offers a group of misfit demons a chance at redemption. So, this is the I guess long-term adaptation and finally like season long, I guess, adaptation of Hazbin Hotel. This was a pilot that came out around 2019 that was made entirely by freelance animators and was financed just by Vivian Medrano's Patreon. Shout out to indie creators. You really are the backbone of this entire economy. And the popularity of it led to a deal with A24, Amazon, and also a spinoff that has 2 seasons already. So it's amazing how they released this episode and they made a spinoff that already has 2 seasons and with a third one coming. And this one finally got a full season adaptation. So this show stars Alex Brightman, Stephanie Beatrice, Keith David, Kimiko Glenn, Erica Nixon, and other colorful actors. So, how did you feel about spending a little bit of time in hell?
Um, this, I said in the video review, this might be the best original property that I've seen since the first John Wick.
Jesus Christ. That's everyone coming from this guy. That's like one of the highest praises that you can give.
Well, okay, because a lot of stuff nowadays is like retakes, remakes, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
But God damn, this show, like, I think the young kids use the term slaps. This show slaps.
The kids already stopped using slaps, but I think it's gotten to the point where now we can say it. So yeah, I do agree.
Is
This
the
show does slap.
is
It's
the
got
first
a
term crunk? The show is crunk? Is that
oh
the
my
phrase?
God, that's the oh
I'm getting older. It's
oh
hip.
God,
It's very hip. It's very in and in the now.
oh my God.
How much can I age myself? It's a hootenanny.
Look, this show was super fun. 8 episodes, 30 minutes. You can go in and out. You can really binge this show.
You
But
could binge this in an afternoon.
I
Very.
think I'm gonna rewatch it at some point because I feel like the animation was so crisp and so specific. I have my pros. I have a couple of cons, honestly, about the show. But let's sing the praises for this show. First of all, speaking of singing the praises, these songs, man, 2 songs per episode, and they're all bangers.
None
Like
of them
these,
are bad.
they're all good. Like I binged this show with Jess, and we did this thing where like every time a song number would end, like immediately one of us would be like, God damn, these songs are good. Like immediately, like songs are really good.
Well,
They can vary from like I want songs to I am songs to some that feel like they wouldn't be far away from a
raps.
Disney song.
I,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, I remember I even said Disney wishes that they could write songs this good.
Honestly, after hearing the songs from Wish, yeah, they could learn a thing or two from this.
The thing is like Disney, like I think their last two big hit songs was Bruno and Let It Go, I'd argue.
Yeah.
This show has like four of those, and it's only 8 episodes. So Disney, take notes. The secret is that cursing. Uh, but every every song not only hit, but I also love the fact that each song moved the story forward. Every song had a purpose. It would none of it ever felt like, oh, we have to check marks of like, 2 songs per episode. Like, no, every song had meaning and purpose. From a happy day in hell to Adam's song where everyone's gonna burn. It hit. It fit the characters. Alistar with his like old radio music at times to Lucifer and his like was it? I'll rig the game because I'm the ref. Like, oh, it's just so fucking good all the way through. The music in this show is amazing, and I would watch a 3 hour musical of Hazbin Hotel. If they converted this into a stage show, I would buy a ticket for every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Jesus.
God damn.
Yeah.
I've worked out to some of these songs. I've actually incorporated them into my playlist. Like,
I literally drove to work today listening to Happy Day in Hell. Like it is,
yeah.
I think it might be my favorite one. Which speaking of, we could talk about the songs, but it's about the characters that sing them. And my favorite character is Charlie. I love a good happy-go-lucky Genki Girl protagonist. Like
But
this
she's not
character,
annoying. That's wonderful.
yeah, she reminds me of like there's a little bit of Ted Lasso in there. There's a little bit of the character that she most reminded me of was Leslie Knope, who's the protagonist from Parks and Recreation.
Mhm.
Like that's who she reminded me the most. A little bit of also Joy from Inside Out. I think
Yeah.
this yeah. I like this character and I like having her as a protagonist, you know. I like the side characters. I like Vaggie, which is very fun to say, you know. It's just fun to have
She's
a
good.
character called Vaggie. Um
Also, I want to say this. I have to correct myself just for a moment. Um, I mentioned in the video review that Charlie was a lesbian. No, she's actually bisexual. I didn't catch that, but apparently she's bisexual.
yeah.
So my
Uh
apologies.
I don't remember them dwelling into that, but
Me neither.
sure.
But
Yeah,
apparently that was
okay.
a correction.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know, they'll hint to stuff and then they just don't develop it. Like there's a moment where Alistair takes Charlie to speak to this other woman to and then she'll just go like oh yeah, Alistair, like I know you're quite an ace in the hole, and then he goes like I'm a what now?
Oh yeah,
And
he's I
and
think they said he's asexual.
he's asexual, but like describing it like that and that being our only bar, I was like, all right, interesting. We're going there. I like these characters, man. I like their voices. I freaking love oh God, Husk.
Uh, I love
Uh
Husk and Angel Dust.
I like Husk because I freaking love Keith David. Like I
That was
love
nuts to
I
hear him in this role.
his voice is so like famous to
Perfect.
say the least. His voice is absolutely perfect. I mean, I grew up you know, listening to him because of gargoyles and shit like that.
Oh, I didn't
Uh
notice. You're right. I forgot about that.
yeah, he was in Gargoyles and he was really good in he was the villain in Princess and the Frog also. He was really good in that. And he was just in Nope. So like he's one of those actors that can really pop in anywhere. And I love his voice work. So it was great to hear him here. Stephanie Beatrice from Brooklyn Nine-Nine plays Vaggie.
I heard it
Uh
immediately. I was like, oh,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah, you can really tell. And you know, of course, you know, her singing voice is great too. There's a lot of characters here. Like I said, only 8 episodes. I want you to say thank you, A24, for picking this up
Oh, I did.
because
I mentioned
heck
it
yeah.
I mentioned it in the video review. Like A24, like they've been stumbling a bit in movies, but in TV shows, they've been knocking it out of the park with Beef, Euphoria, and this.
What the fuck are you talking about? What stumbling in movies? What are you
I didn't say that they were
talking
doing it
about?
bad. But I'm like, they hit or misses recently. Let me see.
Misses recently?
Let me see. Let
You want
me
to fight, boy? Like what? The
sure.
Iron Claw, the son of interest, dream scenario, Priscilla? Like, talk to me?
What movie?
Past lives? Body's afraid? Like,
What
really?
movie? What movie made me say that they stumbled? I wonder. Huh?
What, the whale?
Hold on.
Fucking
Uh,
what? I just gave you like a ton. Pearl? Just because you didn't like Bodies, okay, doesn't mean that like
Dix the musical? Huh.
Dixie Musical was fun.
Medusa, Dix, talk to me. Whatever. Look. Either way, fucking A24 has been killing it when it comes to TV shows. Between Beef, Euphoria, and this.
Fine.
And I'll stand by that.
Uh
I also said that this show kicks the shit out of Invincible.
I only saw the first episode of Invincible. I can't really like talk
The,
on it, but
the fandom is not the best. I'll say that much. It's borderline Rick and Morty levels of toxic. But again, I'll say this much: Hazbin Hotel kicks the shit out of that by a mile. It's not even close.
look, this show was great. I really like the characters. I really like the episode length. I like the songs.
I love the
Uh,
character arcs, like because everyone does have some degree of a character arc throughout the entire show, whether they're a good guy or a bad guy. They do develop.
yeah.
Um, Goddamn, Maggie coming out to Charlie that she's an angel because there's a war going on between heaven and hell and the extermination process. Um, what who else? Adam being a piece. I love that. I love how they rework an old biblical story to fit the frame of this show. I love that. Adam and Lilith, No, Lilith went with Lucifer, and then we got Eve, like after the fact.
Yeah.
Um, I love that Lucifer in the show is a fucking dreamer. I love that Lucifer Morningstar is a nervous dad with his head in the clouds.
He reminded me of there's this anime called Soul Eater.
Mhm,
And the main character, Maka, she's this prodigious student. She's a great fighter. She's a super, very cool, independent character.
mhm,
And her dad is the most the most talented, most powerful, Scythe Master, I believe that's Meister, Soul Meister.
mhm.
So she has natural talent from him and from her mom, but their relationship is not great because he's not a great dad, but he's good pretty much at everything else. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see that relationship. And I kind of saw a little bit of that with them with Charlie and Lucifer.
Mhm.
So I like that. I like I like the kind of relationship, and I like Jeremy Jordan who plays Lucifer. He's a Broadway actor, and I've seen him in some other stuff. So he's good.
Um,
Um, I have a couple of cons that
I've
because
got
as
so
much as
many
I
more pros, but all right, we can dive into cons.
just quick cons, okay? First, Stephanie Beatrice, who plays Vaggie, she's good. Like, I'm not gonna say that she's bad. Of course, I'm not gonna say that. However, because we know her, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, we know when she does like her voice when she's doing that character.
Yeah,
We've all seen the videos of like when she's talking with her normal voice, and we're all freaked the fuck out.
yeah.
Um, she has a great singing voice. We've seen it in Encanto, we saw it in The Heights and stuff. But the thing is that when she was singing as those characters, those were very happy-go-lucky characters, and her voice reflected that. She's doing the Rosa Diaz voice here in
Mhm,
as Baggy. She's doing a more deep, growly voice, but she's not changing her singing voice. So
mhm.
when she sings, it almost sounds like two different people. Because like her singing voice is chirpy, happy, beautiful, go lucky,
Yeah.
which doesn't match Baggy a lot. Uh,
I didn't catch that. I believe
I
you.
caught, it took me a little bit, it took me out a little bit because her voice, her singing voice and her talking voice, which sometimes interlap because that's how musical theater works, they feel like night and day. That's not a criticism per se, but it is something that really took me out whenever she would start singing, because her singing voice is happy, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, but I don't know what her background is in theater. I don't know. I don't mean to criticize that. Also, I'm not an expert. I'm just saying that noticing the difference kind of took me out a little bit.
Mhm.
So that's my first one. My second one, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but the gratuitous cursing took me out a little. There was so much. Like I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be that guy. It's just that after a while, I was like, God damn it, yeah, you said fuck already. Like, do we need to give you a counter? Like, are you like were they getting paid by the fuck? Like,
They're in hell.
I know they're in hell, and I know that. Like, this is not a criticism of the show, but I was like, Jesus Christ, like you don't like a good fuck, like a good well executed fuck, like in a sentence can do wonders, but not when it's every sentence.
Ah,
And with Adam, like I get it, he's kind of the villain, you
he's a
know.
Chad douchebag.
Yeah, but with everyone else, it was like I found it a little excessive. Uh,
I think you're
I don't
getting
know.
old.
I think I'm getting old.
I
Yeah.
think you're getting old
Uh,
because okay, for what it's worth, I found that they never cussed without it being warranted to some degree. Like Alistair doesn't use the word fuck all the time, but I remember when he says, um, Adam, first man next to die. Oh, I'm gonna end your fucking life. Like,
yeah.
go. And the
Yeah.
second
Like
time they use the word fuck is when he breaks his staff and he's like, oh fuck. Like he's
Yeah,
gonna
like there are moments where it was like my favorite line
Mhm.
of the whole thing is when in the first episode when Charlie starts her number when she starts singing and walking out the street And Baggy goes like, okay, just please don't sing to them. And please don't sing at them. And Angel does just goes like, the bitch is already halfway down the street. like, like bitch is already halfway down the street. Like that's my I've been saying that to myself. Like I've been like I walk across the street and I'm like, bitch is halfway across the street. Like I don't know why that line just gets me. And then when she's singing, and then she to a random guy, she just goes like, "Hello, sir," and the guy just goes, "Go fuck yourself."
Okay.
Like yeah, she goes, "Okay, yeah." Uh, there are times where it can be, but I found it to be a little extreme. And like I get it. The joke is, oh, it's a cartoon. Ah, it's funny because it's cartoons cursing. You know, I've seen Ghibli movies, like seeing mature themes animated does not scare me, does not take me out. Quite the contrary. I think animation is the second best way to tell a story. You know, number three is live action, number two is animation, number one is, of course, live action and Muppets. So when I'm fucking right about that.
What
And you
if
know,
I heard someone say, what if they remade Schindler's List, but they used Muppets instead of real people, except for Schindler being a real guy? That was the darkest pitch I've ever heard in my life.
and they'll pull it off too.
Ugh. I don't think I
They'll
want.
pull it off. They'll pull it off. Yeah. I don't know. I want like I want like a new version of Columbo, and it's just Columbo with Muppets. Like that's all I want, honestly.
Oh, I also heard
Uh,
someone pitch the idea of what if they did a superhero, like a what if special or something like that, but
yeah,
with Muppets and like one live action hero.
they would nail that shit. I mean, they're all good. Like it's literally the best way to tell a story. And with this, back to Hazbin Hotel. Um, I don't know if I was like 14
Mhm.
when I was like at my most angsty and my most emo, like this would be all over. Like I would be all over this shit. I like it. Like I'm not gonna say that I don't like it because I do. I do have fun with it. And there's a part of me that was also thinking like, why am I not loving this? Why am I not loving this like as much as I should? Because it's a fucking miracle that it happened. Like it's a miracle that this animator just did a pilot on YouTube for, you know, just because she wanted to and was able to pull a deal like this. It's great. Like I'm so glad this is a thing that exists in the world. But there are times being between the episodes where I feel like this is like too much. Like this is like
Mhm.
and not even in like Euphoria. Because like for example, I watch Euphoria, but every episode of Euphoria, my toes are doing this, like they're curling. Like I am at my most nervous and most anxious watching that show. And this, it's not that it's cringy because I don't want to call it cringy, but there are a lot of, I don't know. I feel like I don't know, a lot of fucks, a lot of pussy, a lot of jokes, a lot of dick jokes, a lot of sex jokes,
Yeah.
and I don't want to censor it. Like I'm not here being like stop it, but I am like I got like after a while I was like can I have to watch like something.
You need a palate cleanser.
Yeah, I need a palate cleanser after this.
That's nuts because watching the show, I couldn't wait to keep watching it, man.
Yeah.
I was so entrenched. I wanted the next episode. Like I was itching for it. Which I guess to me, that's like the mark of a great show when you're like,
Mhm.
what's next? What's next? I need to see the next episode. I need to know what happens next. I was so invested in the characters and the story and the originality of it all. That's nuts, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, two very different experiences. The cursing didn't take me out at any point.
Except maybe it's me. Like maybe it's me. It's not a thing. It's just yeah. It's just that no. It is me. You know, like it's not a like I did like the show. Like I would rewatch it. I would show it to someone that has never seen it. But I do think it's something that's a little hard to not recommend. But like I don't know. I feel like
It's
if someone isn't into like the cursing and the sex jokes and everything, it's not gonna be for them. Yeah.
um what's it called? What did you think? So, can we talk about one of the? Well, hold on. Were there any other negatives that you had?
I do have one more. So the art style, as cool as it is and as original as it is, I do think the characters after like, in the first episode, I had to rewatch the first episode to like really get a hold and understanding of like where the characters were standing and where they were because there's a lot of red, a lot of purple, a lot of yellow in the show, and all the characters have very similar color patterns. The backgrounds are very similar color patterns to the characters, and of course, it's hell. Like they're all demons, of course. But I was a little lost sometimes. Like sometimes I was like, wait, what was this character again? Which one was the porn one? Which one? Oh God! Like
Really?
I was a little lost in that. And like I love animation, like I love these kind of characters, and but I was getting confused. I was getting confused for a bit. And again, this is a me issue. It's not a show issue. But after a while, they would introduce a new character, and I'll be like, have we seen this guy before? Like, have we not? Like, they they all kind of started to feel and look alike, and because they all cursed all the time, and because they all talked the same way, it
No.
was a little hard to differentiate them sometimes. It got easier the more episodes passed, but I think those are my biggest like things with the show, the things that make them like not be super perfect for me. Again, I like the show. I would watch another season. I already started watching Hell of a Bus, which is the spinoff,
Mhm.
which already has two seasons with the third one on the way. I like those characters as well. It takes place also in Hell, but it's on a different building. There is some cross promotion in there, which is kind of cool. And yeah, like I like this world. I do have a good time with it. It's just I don't know. I feel like teenage me would have loved this, but now it's like I don't know. There's a part of me that's kind of thinking like, I don't know. I got distracted a bit by it.
You know, it's funny because to me, I never had issues with distinguishing who was what, not just because of the voices were so distinct to me, but
Hmm.
also like their art style felt different. Angel Dust looks very different from Charlie, and Charlie looks very different from Vaggie to Serpentius to Adam to Alistair to Husk. They all look so different to me that I never had that issue, which is odd. I'll say this much, the art style, I loved on my end how unique everyone looked, but also
Yeah.
how it fit their character. For some reason, like Husk looked like a bartender slash dealer. Like Charlie looked like this wide-eyed protagonist. Like they all look right. Now there is some controversy, as I understand from like the fandom of this particular show. Uh, when it came to the art changes from the pilot to this. And
Yeah.
you can tell, like the animation is not as crisp in the pilot as it is during the show because you're mass producing this. You're not doing a 30-minute cut. You're doing 8 30-minute episodes. So the art style can't be as crisp. I will say this though, that pilot episode, the animation of that pilot episode rivaled anything Disney's put out, and I'll fight anyone on that. But
It does look great. Yeah.
But one thing I do want to talk about, one of the heavier episodes is Angel Dust's episode.
Oh
With
yeah.
a great song in Poison and a great song in Loser Baby, but man, that episode was heavy and I did not expect a cartoon show about hell to maybe be the best depiction of rights for sex workers that I've seen in a very, 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 very long time. That conversation is very much overdue.
It's amazing how it is a show about hell and it's kind of sticking up for a lot of people. The animation in this show is so flowy and has so much weight that there's a scene in that episode where Angel does this like kind of getting like pushed around and you feel it. Like you feel the weight of how he's being pushed and how he's being just controlled and how little space he has to be himself. And
Well,
it it like the fact that the episode starts with like a trigger warning, and I remember seeing that and thinking like, all right, well, what's gonna happen? And then it just throws you right into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone made a point, I saw this, where in the lyrics of the song, disassociate, and that's right around the time that you see Angel Dust dancing. But if you look at the screen in the back, you see what's happening to him. Kind of like he shuts off and he's not in his own body. He's over here while what's happening is happening over here. Um, and you hear you like you, I don't know about everyone else.
Yeah.
I've heard stories of the adult film industry and the bad things that happened there. Look up Reddit secrets of the adult industry. Like look that up on YouTube, and it's like an IM where people will answer questions of stuff that you didn't know, and you hear horror stories of what happens, people being drugged, things happening without consent, people being controlled. The whole idea of like, oh, their pimps aren't a thing anymore. No, they are. They very much are. They're managers. They're not pimps. Um, and you hear all these terrible things, and the fact that this show took a very clear stance on the matter as far as rights for sex workers are concerned. Not only that, but had this show also has the fortitude to call out hypocrisy in religion in general. Like it's doing two very dynamic things, and I love both. Calling out hypocrisy and standing up for people that, let's be honest, no one really stands up for, if we're being honest. Um, I appreciated that. And then we get a great musical number between Husk and Angel Dust, which some people thought it was offensive because it kind of downplayed it, which I don't think it did. To me, it addresses a lot of issues. Like we're both in a shit situation. Yeah, it's a musical number because it's still a cartoon show when it's musical, but I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw any major motion animated show or film that tackles such a heavy topic.
Well, Major Motion is, it is a streaming show, and it is still coming from this very independent soul. Vivian Medrano, she thought of all this. She had animators working on this, and then got keys to the kingdom and was able to do a full-length show. Streaming gives you, I think, more freedom than prime time. And just because it's animated, I think a lot of people think like, oh, well, it's for kids. Like, what am I supposed to do? It's obviously very much not for kids.
Yeah.
I was talking to a coworker a couple days ago, and I was telling him like, yeah, I'm watching Hazbin Hotel. And he's like, yeah, my daughter was watching that recently. And I was like, your daughter's like 9, dude. And I was like, wait, is it for adults? And I was like, dude, a character is called Baggy. Like you connect the dots. Like, yeah. So I was like, yeah, you should watch what your kid is watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I would say this show is not meant for kids, maybe
very
like
much.
late age teenagers, but definitely not kids.
Yeah. Even late age teenager. I mean, you're gonna discover shit like at your teenage years either way. So why not this, which is very well written. The songs are catchy, the characters are cool.
They also have
Um,
good character arcs that I think warrant being watched. Like Charlie being optimistic is worth watching.
yeah,
Pension.
yeah, Serpent.
Yeah, his redemption arc of like these people don't care about me, you're my found family now. Um,
Yeah.
there are character arcs throughout this that are worth watching, that are worth learning. Yeah, I would say that that's warranted. Can we talk about my favorite character?
Can I take a wild guess?
Sure.
Is it Alistair?
Absolutely correct, sir.
Oh my God, I knew it. Yeah, go ahead.
I fucking love Alistair. I love his interactions, his presentation, his look, his voice, his mannerisms, the fact that they carry his like old school radio-ish stuff, even in the music, like it sounds like an old radio. Even when
Yeah.
he shit talks, I'm not dead, but we are ending this broadcast. Like, All that works. I love the duel that he has with Lucifer in that song. Like
Yeah.
just back and forth. I love it. You know what drove me nuts? People didn't understand the reference of why Lucifer was using a golden fiddle.
Oh my God, it's classic. It's Charlie Daniels. Like
Some people
it's
didn't understand the reference.
I thought I understood it immediately. Like it was just well, it is a very old song. And like here's the thing. I know that song because I play Guitar Hero 3. Okay. Like I shouldn't know it either. Like I know it because it's a song you play when you're playing against the devil in the
Oh,
final boss.
I know it from Futurama.
And here I thought you would know it because you're Texan. There's
A man of culture, I see. But oh man, I love his character. I love everything. There's a secret, well, not secret. There's a fan theory that the demon that holds Alistair's contract is Nifty.
That'd be so funny.
She did technically kill Adam.
She
Spoilers.
did, yeah. I related to Nifty a little bit because you will find me at the club cleaning shit. Like it's I don't know. I feel like I don't know, I relate to them, and I relate to her and with to Charlie. Like Charlie is my favorite character. Like I love a protagonist like that, and I like that she also has moments where she doubts herself. She is sad, and I like that her arc at the end is about the burden of leadership. Like she is constantly getting told that she can be optimistic all she wants, but she is bringing more trouble than she's solving. Like the first episode, she tries to solve something, and now she makes the purge happen twice a year instead of once.
Yeah.
And I like how her popularity with in hell, like they see her as this nepo baby that's just trying to, you know, solve a problem that can't be solved. And
This is
no,
her
she,
project, her feel-good project.
yeah, and no, like you can tell that she, the way that she's coming from like a good place where she wants to help.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love the Egg Boys. I freaking love the Egg
Hey, boss.
Boys. Yeah, we changed the name of our Discord, the one that I have with my friends, to the Egg Boys, just because of those guys.
Uh,
They're great, great little minion characters. If they sold like little plushes of them, I would get one.
I
Um,
hope they do. I hope they start.
yeah, they need to start merching the fuck out of this show.
Dude, it is hard
And
to find merchandise. Like I'm
but
gonna buy a shirt off fucking Etsy because I can't find anything.
yeah, the thing is that A24 is very specific with their merch and it's also very expensive. Have you ever been to the A24 shop on
Fuck
the
no.
internet? It is fucking expensive, everything in there.
But
But
don't
yeah,
worry, we're a small indie promotion.
yeah, small indie promotion, absolutely. But yeah, Hazbin Hotel, great. They haven't confirmed a season two, but if they do, I would watch it.
I know. I
Uh,
think they confirmed season two already, haven't they?
have they? I don't know, have they?
It says till present. It doesn't say discography, release, reception, series, reception. Um, sexual Alistair series reception. Following its release, Hazbin Hotel has set a new streaming record for Prime Video, becoming the largest global debut of viewership for a new animated series on the platform. Well, technically, they haven't confirmed it. Also, there's a really weird controversy with a YouTuber that paid $50,000 for a music video with Charlie, which
Oh yeah, I saw that. But that's on them.
that
That's on them. Fucking
you fucking weirdo. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
The disgust. But anyway, that said,
I mean,
no.
good for the animator that got paid.
Oh man, yeah. I
Yeah,
guess yeah, good for them. They got paid at least, but fuck.
yeah.
But yeah, no, overall this show for me it's an A plus. Like it might
Really,
if we did a top 10 like TV shows, this might be like this would probably be in my top 10 if we ever did all-time favorite TV shows,
all time favorite TV shows, including animation, live action, everything.
including Ted Lasso.
Jesus
House.
Christ. Oh fuck. It's a high
That's high
bar.
praise.
Look, it is, which sucks because I'm usually the animation nerd here. So I'm like, I like it. I
Gotta have all
love
this
it.
background knowledge.
Yeah, like I like it. I like everyone involved. I want to see more. I hope this makes people watch Hell of a Boss, which is also great. And I'm glad that the voice actors are getting, all these jobs. So that's also great.
Yeah.
I love animation, and this is traditional 2D animation, which is great. Like I want more of this. It's an 8.8 out of 10 for me. It's almost a close 9. I very much like it. I will see it again. I will seek it again. Um, but season 2 needs to come. I mean, of course, take your time. Let the animators do their work. Don't
Yeah.
crunch them. But yeah, very much like this one. We'll rewatch. Yeah, big fan of this. Also, just the name is cool. Hazbin Hotel. That's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's
Thank-
uh, it's great. And the songs, yeah, I'm gonna be replaying those over
oh,
over and over.
I have the one of Lucifer versus Alistar, and then Happy Day in Hell. I have a couple of them on my playlist. Like, damn, I can't. None of the songs are busts. At worst, they're good.
Yeah, I have Happy Day in Hell and I have Whatever It Takes also.
Yeah.
I have it on my phone. Yeah, there we go.
Actually, you know what? The only one I don't like is Out for Love. That's the only one I don't love.
I like that one. I like the beat to that. It's got like a Latin beat in there.
I
It's
just
good.
I don't know I don't know what it is. I just got to be out for love. I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, folks. A plus from me, 8.8 from Chema. That should tell you all that you need to know. This is a great fucking show all the way through. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you've already seen it, go watch it a few more times. Also, we owe this show a special debt. Chema, real quick, before we go,
Yeah, yeah.
you remember you mentioned a New Year's resolution that you had. I don't know if you said it on the show or not, was for us to go get 200 subscribers. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
That was your goal for the year.
It felt very far away, man.
And so it took us 43 months to hit 100 subscribers. We hit 200 in the span of about 10 weeks. We're
Thank
cracking
you.
the code little by little.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for liking. Thank you for watching.
This show
We
pushed
do.
us over that mark. Like that video is what the one that got us over. So big thank you for Hazbin Hotel for helping us get subscribers and grow what little we have.
Thank you, everyone. And
Got
sorry, sorry, I'm allergic. Change of
success.
weather gives me that. Gives me that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I'm allergic to success.
I'm allergic to success. It's kind of
Apologies.
cold here at the peak of success. It's cold here. No. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. We do not plan on stopping anytime soon. We do not plan on slowing down anytime soon. If anything, we plan to take this momentum and keep running with it.
Ramp it the
So
fuck
thank
up.
you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. We will continue next week. What are we doing next week?
I say Dune 2 if you're down.
I think we should. Yeah. It makes sense.
Supposedly it's
Uh,
gotten much better reviews since the first one, so we'll see. Maybe they saved all the good stuff for this film.
the first one that got nominated for Best Picture, that one.
Yeah.
Look. Uh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, and I will not give an opinion until I see it. Simple as that.
Well, I remember when we reviewed part one, you were like, look, I need to see part two and then I can judge it completely.
And I stand by it. And
Oh,
we'll get back to that. We'll get
I'll
back to
try.
that.
I'll try.
Me too. All right. All right. So that has been Hotel. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chema,
I've been Eddie.
and this was the rollback. Signing off with a reminder that yes, all souls can be repented.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's the ending.
let's just fucking go with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Except for you. You know what you did. I'm not talking to you. They know. They fucking know. Good night.
Bye, everyone. We'll keep it that. That was.